Okay, so I want to talk about the influence of Saturn aligning with Neptune in Aries. This is a key activation in the astrology of 2026 that peaks tomorrow. But first, we need to look at this event through the lens of the eclipse portal, because the eclipse portal elevates the influence of all other astrological events happening at the same time. The eclipse portal was opened last Tuesday with the solar eclipse, Ring of Fire eclipse in Aquarius, and it closes on Tuesday, March 3rd with a partial lunar eclipse in Virgo. So the eclipse portal is a key time for epic transitions. This is a time when chapters are ending and new chapters are beginning. Eclipses set the tone for the coming 6-month period. And especially now, this can be a time for navigating epic crossroads, key evolutions in relationships, awakening from old illusions. These can be patterns that you're ready to be free of. And also a journey towards greater authenticity and freedom. And so this really connects with the activation of Neptune and Saturn in Aquarius. A key question to consider now is, what is emerging for you with new clarity and vitality? And also, what is it that you wish to lean into? A new vision for the future, perhaps, a new way of being, a new way of seeing and expressing yourself. So Saturn, I really want to look at the influence of Saturn primarily, and then layer on an understanding of Neptune as we're exploring this alignment. And also, what does it mean for Saturn to have now shifted into Aries? I also want to say that I see Saturn as a powerful supporter of what you're manifesting and of your spiritual growth. I do see Saturn very much as an ancient mother goddess, aligned with the archetype of Capricorn, which has become very distorted in popular culture in our current world. But when we go back to the essence of Capricorn energy, this is an energy of tough love. This is an energy of actually nurturing by helping us to grow and develop the skills, the self-mastery, the consistency, and the self-discipline that we need to realize our full potential, to realize our dharma. So this, for me, is the essence of Saturn energy. And now with Saturn in Aries, this energy is being applied. It's being directed towards your understanding of your identity and your inner fire. Aries is the newborn and the pioneer and the trailblazer. So this energy is really asking, what are you doing with your precious time in this life? How are you owning your power and your truth? And how are you pursuing your passions, your dharma, that impulse that drives you? Are you suppressing it, or are you bravely leaping forward, taking chances, perhaps taking imperfect action and really going for it? So I also want to say that this energy has been building slowly, the energy of Saturn's alignment with Neptune. These events, these epic activations build over time. They take years to reach a peak, and these cycles are long term. So you can think about especially the last 9 months or so, as I'm sharing this attunement, is there a story arc? Is there a growth journey that's reaching a culmination now, or that wants to reach a culmination now, a fullness of expression, a turning point, or a breakthrough? So on the one hand, this alignment can really help you to awaken a power that's within you that may be suppressed, or that you may be afraid to bring forward, or that you may have been taught at some point is too much or inappropriate in some way. So really, Saturn here is saying, trust yourself. It's saying, listen to that inner voice. And it's supporting you to move forward with courage, honesty, and vitality. So notice where you may be called to step outside of your comfort zone, perhaps by taking up space or shining your light more brightly, or asserting yourself with greater confidence. There's a key lesson here that I talked about yesterday around Saturn supporting you to find a win-win solution, not an all or nothing outcome when you are navigating a confrontation or a potential conflict. On the other hand, you may need to dispel an illusion that's distorting your perception, or perhaps even hurting you in some way, or limiting you in some way. And this is where Neptune comes in, because Neptune is the great dissolver. And so this is the idea of awakening from an old illusion. And again, this is a story arc that's reaching a culmination now. So this may be a time to let go of a romantic notion, or to acknowledge your limitations. You're not invincible. You need to take care of yourself, or your body, your mind, your spirit. You may also need to name an inconvenient truth, something that's uncomfortable, something that's ready to end or come to a close, in order for you to have the space to move forward into the next chapter, into something that's really meant for you. It can also be about owning your accountability in a new way. This energy has to do with leadership. It has to do with being accountable for your actions, and being accountable to others, interdependency. So really, I also want to say that there's no need to fear this energy, because you're being supported here. Saturn, again, is this ancient mother goddess. When Saturn is involved, you are being supported in fulfilling your dharma or purpose, in fulfilling your growth journey and potential, and your soul's calling to grow in this lifetime. And so you may be supported now to take a leap of faith, or to surrender to some form of epic transition, allowing things to fall apart so they can come together in a new and better way. This is definitely a time of change and new beginnings, and it may be a time when you are just needing to be in that school of life and learn a key lesson. When we work with Saturn energy, we must be patient, we must be humble, and willing to show up consistently. And this is how we work with Saturn energy, but remember, Saturn always rewards you in the end. So there can also be a lesson here around having faith in a story that hasn't fully revealed itself, in hidden information, in a process that you're in the middle of, and you're being invited to trust in how it's all going to come together, or how your efforts, how you show up, how you honor your boundaries, your core values, how you stand in your power, how you speak your truth. That may feel terrifying or like a huge risk in the moment. But the lesson here is that it will create alignment for you, create the alignment that you deserve. And I'll close today with an affirmation. This is for the moon, which has just shifted into Aries. And this is that I honor my truth in service of my highest good.